Everybody, thanks for coming over from Commonwealth Picker. I had a great video. I've been keeping video on this for like the last month. Different processes, taking initial pictures, and then deciding I wanted to get it dry cleaned, and then taking more pictures and all that. And I can't find it. So I just want to walk you through what happened here. Let me take this thing off and we'll take a look at this polo downhill jacket and talk about the decline in the market on items like this and let you take a peek at it. All right, so first off, I got this at a yard sale. I got it in a parking lot sale at 11:30. I had my buddy Play It Again Rick out there tell me about a parking lot sale that he had already been to. He said, you got to check it out, and there's a bunch of stuff you might like. And I saw this jacket hanging on the side of a van. A couple of young folks over there selling off their stuff. Looked like they were moving. And this was there, and they said, hey, I want 20 bucks. And I said, deal, you got it. Because I had recognized this, because I like to reverse look things up on eBay, and I do it all the time with vintage polo. I've sold a bunch of vintage polo over the years, but this was like the creme de la creme. There's very few of these out there. Polo has started to kind of reintroduce some things, and then you have a bunch of counterfeiters out there as well. This one is the real deal, but it does have some issues. I paid 20 bucks thinking, man, I'm going to get $1,000 for this thing. I'm probably not going to get that much at this point, a few $100 for sure. But you can tell, you can see even in this picture that there's bleeding in here from red to white, and there's some up here and some other colors. Looks like black bled over as well. But other than that, it's in pretty darn good condition. Everything looks okay on it. I had it dry cleaned. There's still a little bit of fading in there, but it's in pretty good shape. It is the real deal. Let me show you the tag. Here's the front of it. You can check with the zippers. You get that old feel for the zipper. The thicker zipper is kind of one way to tell if it's real. The bigger notches and thicker zippers. At least it is for me. I'm no expert on this stuff. So here's the tag. So you can see if it's the real deal. A lot of times the tag will tell the tale. And you can just see by that kind of block writing right there. I don't know how else to describe it. They're all caps. And you can just kind of get a feel from the way it's stitched in there, a little heavier stitching as well. And I leave the dry cleaner tags on there when I'm going to sell it. It says Globe, and you can look at the ones online and check those out. Make sure you got the right one. I haven't gone through that process because I know this one's real. It is down on the inside, and you can see right there, outer shell cotton, fill type down, and something else. I don't even know what it says. It is a size medium, and it is a great jacket. I was hoping, like I said initially, for $1,000. This is my very first video that I did on YouTube, was checking this thing out in my closet at the end of the basement down there. I don't know what to do, but I wanted to show you this. When you have an item that's fairly rare, and I'm going to scroll down on eBay in a minute and let you see what's out there that's similar. And so what I usually do on an item like this that's pretty rare, pretty hard to find, and even by size makes a big difference, is I'm going to put this item out there for like $1,000. Not even put best offer on it, just put $1,000. I don't know, I might put best offer on it. And see what the market is going to tell me. See how many views it gets. See how many watchers it gets. See what kind of comments it gets. I've actually had a few comments on it already from a few folks that I know are polo collectors, and I really appreciate their advice for me. These things can be kind of tough. The market can go up and down fairly quickly, and this one has a little damage on it. So once I feel out the market, I'm going to do a couple things. I might even start an Etsy account for something like this. I might put this thing out there on auction. I might put it out there for 99 cents on auction just to have a little fun with it. See if we can generate some interest from collectors and see what they'll do, because they'll tell you what the value is of it. They'll tell you, as long as you can get it out there and as long as they can look at it long enough, they'll tell you the value. So anyway, I'm going to scroll through a bunch of stuff on eBay and let you take a look at what's out there, what's new, and what's true vintage, and see what you think about the value of this thing. And then leave in the comments what you think I should do. Should I put it out there on auction? Should I reduce the price and try and sell it for a certain price? So let me know what you think. All right, so I wanted to show you this. So here's one that's listed. This is a size large, and it is in better condition. It's listed for $1,500, $14,449. So, or $1449.99. And that's the only one I can see that's just like that, just scrolling through here. You'll notice that you'll find some similar type items that say brand new. These are the remakes. And some that aren't new, and they're the actual vintage. So you sometimes look for like true vintage. These aren't, you know, this is brand new right there. And you can tell the ones that are vintage and not. So here's one right here I'm seeing. Let me click on this one. This one looks like the real deal. Now, if you ever have something like this, you're much better off putting the reverse side, that as your image, as opposed to the other. Actually, this is the same listing. Different heading, different price. This is the same listing as the one I just looked at. So it is from Japan. If you can see that, from Japan. And if we scroll back up here, you'll find it up here as well. It's the same exact listing, $30 cheaper, also from Japan. As you can see, it's got that cut there in the tag. You look pre-owned and brand new. See, these are brand new. That's a great looking jacket. Those things used to bring huge money. Now they're making them new. And so people are like, well, we'll just pay a little less, and it drops the vintage market down. Your collector is the only one essentially buying this stuff at this point, because you can get a different one and you can just wear it. So there's tons of this stuff out there. So they kind of set the market. eBay Vintage sets the market, and sometimes manufacturers give the public what they want. Here's one that's similar. This is a large. This is $250, but it's not quite as desirable for a couple of reasons, but the biggest reason is there's nothing on the back. So here's mine right here. I put it out there for $1,000 just to kind of get a gauge on the market to see, because there's only two out there. Mine and another one are the only two I can find like this. So like I said, you used to be able to get easy between $700 and $1,500, and now it's quite a bit worse. So I've taken pictures here, and I've made sure, if I can get it to load, made sure to get the tags, the zippers, things that people can identify it by. And then at the end here, I'm pointing out, and I say in the description about the bleeding that's going on. And I'm trying to point it out. So it's always good to do that, and then to put that in the description as well. So if you're looking around, you can see the idea here of the market. Let me pull up some solds. I doubt we'll find any like that sold, but you'll see that says brand new. That's a pre-owned. Some different type of items out here. If you go, sometimes go to highest priced first and look it up in reverse, you'll just be amazed. Y'all hear Sophie barking? That used to be a little downhill suicide. Cookie sometimes is the word you put in it. All right, anyways, that's just something neat to look at. If you type in just vintage polo and go to completed listings, used, and highest price first, you'll be amazed at what you find, and you should have some great bolos out there, and hopefully you find something great someday. All right, thanks for watching.